Hi, Paul Sackis, Good News Plan. I'm speaking to the President of the Council for Disability Awareness, Barry Lundquist. Hi, Barry. How are you?
Hi, Paul. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Recent study shows 1 in 4 American workers will suffer an income-interrupting disability and won't be prepared for it. Okay, not good news, but knowledge then always is good news. So how does somebody prepare for a problem, let's call it?
Yeah, well, the first thing, Paul, is that they do need to understand they have this risk, and workers, wage earners, dramatically underestimate their risk of disability. And again, 1 in 4 workers entering the workforce are going to experience a long-term disability. That's lasts 3, 4, 5 months or even longer, the average being about 2.5 years. So they need to understand and accept the risk.
The average, I'm sorry to interrupt you here, the average is maybe 2.5 years?
Yeah, for a disability that lasts for 3 months or longer, the average disability will be 2.5 years.
Because you live with that disability? You're not a 100% person?
Well, it's kept you out of work for 3 or 4 or 5 months.
Right.
And the longer you're out of work, the more serious it becomes. And the longer you're out, the higher the chances are you may never come back to work.
Wow. All right, so it is quite serious, and in America, just disability in general, overall. We have a disability channel here, and we're talking maybe 80 million people.
Exactly. There is. You look at the census data, something like 80 million people have some sort of self-reported disability, and obviously many of those people can work. They're at work, but disabilities happen, illnesses and injuries happen that prevent people from working, and it's much more frequent than people think.
Okay, and so our good friend Barry here is the president of an organization that has good news and knowledge to share. And what would that be then?
Well, again, we want people to be aware of this, and we've created actually a new national educational campaign to help people understand their risks and to take action. And the campaign is called the Defend Your Income Movement. We have a very cool work site. You can find it at defendyouриncome.org. It's actually set in a virtual martial arts dojo. It's kind of a martial arts theme. It's really entertaining and fun. It's a serious topic, but we wanted to make learning about it fun and interesting. There's even a video game there that people can try and get your score, and you can share it with your friends and so on.
Tell me about the organization then. When did it begin and how?
We're a nonprofit organization. We started in 2005, and really kind of recognizing that people understand life insurance, they understand health insurance, they understand retirement. There isn't a lot of understanding about income protection, and it really is an important issue certainly for people. A person's risk of becoming disabled and losing their income during their working years is much higher, 3, 4, 5 times higher than dying. So we just wanted to empower people to protect themselves and their families if a disability happened.
And so what are some things people should be doing?
Well, I think visiting the website is a great start.
I see the dojo.
Learning about it, and there's some great tools there to help people understand the value of their income and what the risk is to their income, but also great planning tools. So people should, first off, kind of understand what they have available today if they were to become disabled. Many people have plans at work, and they should talk to their HR folks and really understand what that plan would pay, when it would pay out, for how long, and would that be enough? What are your expenses, and would you have enough money to continue to live a reasonable lifestyle? And if not, what do you do? You can buy a personal disability policy, and that can fill some of the gap as well.
Mm-hmm. So I think I don't know. It seems. What is the hesitancy? One is people might say, "Well, I'm not going to need it. Don't need the insurance to do it." I personally think it's extraordinarily wise, and it's 100%. You should do it. Okay, if you're able to do it. So there is, I guess, that question mark whether people have the ability to put away the money to do it. Can you right? Would you say? I mean, what's the hesitancy?
Yeah, well, first off, I think part of it's just psychological. Like, we don't want to think about ourselves as becoming sick. You just don't want to think about that. And even though statistically, we know people are going to experience illnesses and injuries, people just, they sort of block out the fact that it could be them. We're invincible and all that sort of thing. So that's the first hurdle to get over. And beyond that, it certainly it can cost some money, but it's not a huge expenditure. When you think about the importance of your income, the fact that your income makes everything else possible. Your home, your car, your protecting your family, yourselves, your lifestyle, all those things. It's really pennies on the dollar. And that income, the value of that income is without question for almost everybody your most valuable financial resource.
And can you hedge your amount of money that you do? So say you're making $100,000, and so say though you want to cover say $50,000 of it, half of it. Are you able to get lower premium to be able to do that?
Sure. Certainly the more you buy, the more it costs, and I think getting something is way better than getting nothing. So I would encourage people to do that. And there's other things you can do. You can have a plan that starts to pay out later. Maybe after 3 months or 6 months, if you can afford that, kind of like a deductible on your car insurance or homeowner's insurance. That would reduce the cost as well.
Aha. Okay. So one is if you are working now, who can go and get it? So now one is the company. You're working for a company, and possibly you can get it through your company.
Yeah. Many companies already have something, so I would certainly start there and find out from your HR department, the benefits people there, what's available. And if they don't have something, given the cost of healthcare and everything else, they may not be able to afford it. But there are a lot of great plans today that are voluntary programs where the employer would sponsor the plan, and the employees actually pay the premium through payroll deduction. But it's a great deal for everybody because it's a discounted premium. You have the convenience of getting it at work, and there's no health questions. It can be payroll deduction. So a lot of employers are going that route these days. It's still a benefit for people, and it doesn't cost the employer anything.
How about an independent sole proprietor?
They can buy an individual policy, and it's important to do so. Talk to a financial advisor and get something that's appropriate for your own little company and yourself to protect your income.
Aha. And what is the most common causes of disability?
It's not accident, actually, which is sort of a misconception. Most people envision accidents and that sort of thing. But the most common causes are actually kind of mundane sort of things, musculoskeletal type problems, bad backs and arthritis and degenerative things, joint disorders, things like that are the most common cause. About 30% of new disabilities are caused by musculoskeletal, but other things, of course, certainly cancer and injuries do cause disabilities, mental disorders, heart disease, maternities oftentimes can extend beyond a 3 or 4 month period. So those are some of the common causes, Paul.
Okay, all right. Two last quick things. Defend Your Income, great looking website. This dojo. That is true. It's a nice way to learn through an entertaining way. Congratulations on a beautiful site.
Thank you.
And then two, what's good news for you?
Good news for us is if every American wakes up one morning and says, boy, I have this risk and I'm going to protect myself because if I lose my income, financially I'm in deep trouble. So that's our vision.